my first name.
So your bitbird life.
My bitbird life
started December 2017.
Yes, when I stopped working for my muesli.
Yes.
Because I graduated university, and I was like, my muesli is really cool, but I've wanted to work in the music industry for quite a while. So
why?
Because I think it's very interesting. It's super fast paced, which I like. It's super culturally relevant. There's no one that doesn't like music. Like, you can like different kinds of music, you can like different genres, but everyone likes music and everyone identifies with music.
Okay.
It plays a really big role in everyone's lives, I guess. So, and a lot of our culture is based on music. So, yeah, I just thought that was very interesting that such a thing can have a big impact on people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I worked for my muesli, there were so many people that didn't like muesli or granola or breakfast cereals in general.
And worked for muesli.
Sorry?
And worked for my muesli.
Yeah. But with music, there's just everyone likes it. And
well, but it just depends on also kind of music.
Yeah, but that doesn't really matter in my opinion. I thought music industry in general is just very interesting, and I like music in general.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's like, for example, when I started working here, I can honestly say that I had no idea what bitbird was or who the others were, because I listen to a different kind of music in my free time.
Same.
I think it's good music, and I can also honestly say that, but it's just not what I listen to. But I thought the music industry in general, and it all works kind of similar. It doesn't really matter what kind of genre you work in that sense. So yeah, I thought it was really cool, and when I graduated, I wanted to pursue that, because I thought if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it, because then I'm gonna be stuck in my job, and then it's gonna be too late to switch. So yeah, after my graduation, I started applying to places, and
so where do you apply?
I applied at Heroic. That was my first letter that I sent out.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, besides our free companies.
Yeah. Well, that was I think I only sent out 2 or 3 letters. Like, this was my first choice, because like Heroic was my first choice, because even though I do like music, I don't really make music myself. I don't consider myself to be creative in that sense.
Well, you're a drummer, so.
And not really though. Like, I tried.
Okay.
I mean, I would like to learn it more, but then I would have to take actual lessons.
Yeah,
but
anyway.
And I studied business, and I feel like I'm really good at the business side. So I thought, why not go into management? Because that's something where my strength lies. So that would make more sense to do than anything else. So I started looking online, and then I found Heroic, which I really liked because of all the videos that Booty did.
Booty sucks.
No, but just that's his podcast, right? I've never listened to that. No, but on the Heroic Academy, there were so many articles.
Yeah.
On the music industry, which were particularly interesting for me, because I didn't really have any experience or any inside information on how the industry worked, and there he just laid it all out. And I don't think there are many companies that combine the educational aspect with the normal business aspect. Yeah. So I thought it was super interesting, and I really appreciated that. So I thought, wow, this is a really cool company. I would like to work for them. So I sent an open letter, because they didn't have any vacancies at the time. And then I think that was my only letter for... well, that was my first letter, and I got a reply like 2 days later from Booty. So I didn't really have that much time to send out anything else yet. And then I had an interview with him, which was really fun.
Yeah. And
he said, like, yeah, I think you would be a better fit for bitbird, our label. So would that be of interest to you? And then I had to make an assignment, which I did, and then I didn't hear anything for quite a while. So then I got a little bit worried. So then I started applying to other places, and I applied to Spinning, because they had a vacancy there, and to Warner Music.
Warner Music.
Yeah, because they also had a vacancy there.
Nice.
And I almost had an interview at Spinning, but I couldn't make it at that time. So I guess that's a good thing that didn't happen. Yeah. But yeah, so then after I did my assignment, I heard back like a few weeks later, which like now looking back it makes sense because it was at the time during ADE, and like I know ADE is busy, but I never really know what it meant for the people working in the music industry, and I was just like, okay, the first time I got a reply within 2 days, and now I don't hear anything from you for a few weeks.
Yeah.
But now having experienced it myself, it makes total sense because you literally do not have any time. But anyways.
Yeah, I think there were other reasons as well, but.
Okay.
Which I kind of know, but no. I wouldn't.
Let's not go into that right now.
I wouldn't tell you anything.
Okay, well. You kind of threw me off.
No, I'm kidding. I was just saying. Take it easy. He was like.
It's like, what
Oh
happened?
my god. No, it's so good.
Yeah, I guess they liked my assignment, and then I had an interview with Kim and Buddy together, and then I could start work there. So that's what I did in December. That was funny, like my last day at my muesli was like November 30th, and my first day at bitbird was December 1st, but I was in Berlin on November 30th. So I literally flew in on December 1st in the morning and then went straight to work.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, December
was tiring.
Such a good month.
Yeah?
Well, we had 3 people incoming.
Right, because Carol also just started and Mary back then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, intense. It's kind of similar now, again. It's so weird, December does that.
December.
Yeah. But yeah, did an internship, started out as an intern for 3 months. Mm-hmm. And then I convinced Buddy and Kim to let me stay. Started doing DSP marketing because they had a position for that back then, and the operations, which I'm still all doing. Learned so much in the past year. It's really interesting. I told this to Buddy a few times as well already, but
that you learned so much. Really
no, but also what I was gonna say now is that I haven't had a day that I didn't feel like working or that I didn't feel like going to the office, which you can have sometimes. Like when I worked at Albert Heijn the last few years, I sometimes really didn't want to go because it was just, a lot of things going on and didn't really feel like it anymore at some point. And same at my muesli, but here it's like I always enjoy.
Me, it was so much worse. I think now I'm more enjoying my work
than in the beginning.
Yeah, then probably in the beginning I had like the kind of crisis.
Yeah.
Because it's also my first work.
Right.
First job ever. Fucking finance, hate them.
That's real. Have you ever talked in your podcast about your
a
journey?
Bit. No, I mean a bit.
Because that's also very funny.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, like, I'm not hate them, but I mean, I started to appreciate them more because they're probably more in control around that.
Yeah.
And also, I think, like, because I'm way more independent now.
Yeah, you're doing so great.
I'm kind of feeling that it's on me, finally.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to feel the power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I see my hands trembling with this power. With this power of numbers. Yes, so I mean, like, I'm enjoying my work way more than I used to somewhere at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Then next year is going to be even better.
I hope so.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so. It's
well, you only giving me these promises in the party that we had. Yeah, I need some guarantees from you.
I'm gonna
guarantee that's gonna be good.
I'm gonna guarantee you right here, right now. It's gonna be a good year.
Right here, right now.
Right here.
Okay.
Right now.
I hope it's gonna be worse.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be lifted from the ground.
And we'll see brighter days.
Brighter days will come.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
No, but yeah, you know, I'm really excited for next year.
Cool.
So,
what are your plans?
My plans for next year, well, as you briefly mentioned, I will be doing label management next year.
You're stepping in the role.
Yeah, so that's also an amazing opportunity. I never expected that. Like, I'm working here for 1 year, now I got this opportunity to become label manager, which is really, really amazing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I have a lot of baggage in a good way from my previous jobs, that I hope to implement here a little bit and make everything a little bit more structured.
Mm-hmm.
And once we have that in place, it's gonna be really good. I mean, obviously the music still needs to be good. We are a bit dependent on that, but at least everything around that will be like, we will hopefully have more time to do everything right.
Okay.
Instead of just doing it. Will make everyone's lives a bit easier.
Okay.
So, I don't know, like, do you want to go into super detailed things about what we're going to do next year?
Or we can make it behind the scenes.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, you can do like an extra podcast video of... You should make a video of the whole year of what we're going to do. Then you can do your own YouTube rewind. Like, bitbird rewind.
Bitbird
2019.
rewind to 2019, yeah, but it's gonna be next year.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's gonna be also good to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we can done with bitbird.
I guess we're gonna done with bitbird. As in, what do you mean?
I mean, like, for this part of the podcast.
Yeah,
not with bitbird overall, come on, no.
I was thinking, like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We dump in bitbird, it's not bitbird anymore. Bitbird baby hoodies. That's our plan for next year. No, I want you as a person working for so long time in the music industry.
Yeah, I have so much experience.
So much experience.
So
like,
much context.
1 year in this fast growing, changing, fast whatever music industry. You see all the trends. You see how it's all coming. So let's make some predictions for 2019
okay,
for the music
let's
industry.
do it. Predictions, any predictions.
Okay, so like the Spotify.
Right.
How they see, was there all the streaming services gonna grow or not? What do you think?
Ooh,
was it going to grow further?
One.
Because I think Spotify already reached kind of their...
That's so interesting.
...maximum of what they can actually reach within
the
reach of people.
Yeah. So it's like, if you look at their monthly subscriber growth, it's also like slowing down. The growth is slowing down.
They're not expanding anymore. So
well,
probably
they
the last
are, but like the
last
growth
market
is just
would be
stagnating.
probably the last big market would be probably Russia. But I'm not sure.
Yeah,
whether
and they're looking
there
into India right now, but they had some trouble there. Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure. Like, Spotify is still the market leader and super important.
And why not Apple Music? Is an Apple Music because Apple Music is more, more widespread.
Well, not yet in terms of subscriber numbers. It's quite far below.
Not sure about subscriber numbers, but I don't think Apple really is like, they only now starting to really push harder on Apple Music with
for sure.
acquiring Shazam and all this stuff. So
yeah, and if you would speak in terms of like territories that they're active in, you're right. They are active in more countries, because I believe they are, and I could be wrong, but they are in over 80 countries, and Spotify is at 65.
56.
No more. 56?
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around. 65.
I'm pretty sure it's 56, but anyway, maybe 65.
At least like less territories than Apple Music. So in that sense, that's interesting. There would be more growth possibly for Apple Music, because they're already in those territories.
Mm-hmm.
But the subscriber count is still quite far behind, and I think the app of Spotify is better than the Apple Music app. Like, I've been using the Apple Music app for a bit now, and it's a bit less intuitive.
Yeah, I agree. I used to use
I think Spotify is easier to use. The interface is just way better.
But also, like, I think what will go with Apple, like before Apple Music was exclusive for all Apple devices, but now they've made it also available on Android.
Right.
So that's why they also like to have in different markets, and it's gonna be useful.
Imagine, so like all the current subscribers to Apple Music are just Apple users.
Yeah.
So there's such a big pool to fish in still. Yeah, that's crazy.
So that's.
But I think in general, like if we're talking about all streaming services, then Apple Music is definitely growing faster than Spotify. But I think also Amazon is going to be really interesting.
That was my another question. What is it for Amazon?
So the app right now is still quite hard to use, and it just doesn't look as sleek. Like, it kind of looks like the Amazon website, which is
shit.
Yeah, it's not so nice. But the main reason why I think that is because they're so advanced in their home speakers, and that's gonna be and for example YouTube Music does that as well. They're just way more advanced in that, and I think that all those HomePods and Alexas and Google Home speakers. Is there a future for YouTube Music? Well, we're gonna find out, but they're only starting out now.
Yeah, but
the whole platform is so big.
I'm so highly doubting, like, because their premium subscription, there were only 1.5 million users of premium subscription, which they're now trying to push as hard because they made this YouTube Music rollout. Yeah. Which basically will bring you to listen in to YouTube videos in the background while the app is closed. That's probably the only feature why you would ever buy a YouTube Premium. Otherwise, it's just not necessary.
Yeah, but they're integrating like multiple things in the app. So
like what?
You can basically watch all the videos in the YouTube Music app, like the music videos.
Yeah, so like
that's
they're
cool.
just
So
making
it's more
a
visual. Yeah, but I mean like.
That's not just like music. I don't think that making it as a bundle. They just starting to push harder on YouTube Premium. They also kind of separating it, but it's still the same price. You're gonna pay $12 per month to just be able to do this, and that's it. Which is pretty much the same price that all the others do. So I don't really understand how they're gonna grow the market.
Yeah.
When all the streaming platforms are pretty much
YouTube is but YouTube is owned by Google, so they have so much information about everyone that they can market it really specifically, and they can offer like package deals. So that's kind of where Apple, for example, and Amazon are also better at. They can just package. You get like Amazon Unlimited Music with your Amazon Prime subscription, and you can get your YouTube Music subscription as part of your YouTube Premium, and then you get like video content, like premium video content, like series and stuff on the YouTube app. And I think they like Apple is partnering with. Well, they have their own Apple TV, of course, so there's also more video content in there, and then some combine like extra video services like a Hulu subscription together with a music subscription.
Yeah, that's what they start.
So Spotify doesn't really have that, of course. So in that sense, it's more interesting. And then what I was talking about earlier about those home speakers, that's also going to be a really big thing. It's not really integrated into the culture here yet, but I believe in America like 70% of, this is a random number, I don't know if it's true, but
70%?
But like a lot of people, let me just rephrase that, like a lot of people in America have a HomePod, like a home speaker.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Do you want to Google this so we have an actual number?
Not now, but anyway, I mean, like, I think Amazon trying to push really hard, making all these cheaper deals on this Alexa and all this.
But that's what it's about, right?
Yeah, they just want to win the market.
First, you just have to like conquer the market, get market share. After that, you can up your prices.
But they're still not as useful for now. Like none of them are really like nothing more than just a speaker, Bluetooth speaker, which can also speak back to you. And also
but that's the thing. So like, if you want to buy that speaker because for a lot of different reasons it can be useful for you, and it already has a music service integrated, why would you want to use another music service? So all those, like, if that speaker is gonna become really important in a household, then people automatically will start using Amazon Music more. And then because it's a speaker, it also takes away kind of like the app part and the visual part. So it's super voice controlled.
But isn't Alexa also like, can't you stream anything, any other streaming services besides Amazon Music?
I'm not sure actually. I
think for now they shouldn't make this restriction for now, because otherwise people wouldn't just buy it. Like,
so that's like not
because
the first use they would buy it for.
Yeah, I mean, like, because they're so small, and if it just bring the restriction.
But people don't buy an Alexa because they want to listen to music on it. Like, that's just a secondary thing.
I mean, like. Oh, why? It's not the secondary thing, I think. Like, if you want a speaker.
Well, but it's mostly so I don't have one, but I believe it's mostly just for organizing stuff and to like make to-do lists or make a grocery list or just like a personal assistant kind of thing than that you're gonna buy it to listen to music. Because if you just want to have a nice speaker,
then
you're not gonna buy an Alexa.
Of course, but it's gonna be also complemental to this. I don't think that you would just buy a thing to make you groceries list when you can just do it on your phone with a speaker, with a Siri or Google Assistant, whatever you have. It's way easier, I think, rather than just to buy additional device, which can also not really get what you're saying from the first time, and you won't really see this note from the first time, but because it just would appear somewhere.
Yeah. But I guess like a lot of people find it interesting now.
No, it is indeed interesting. I was about to buy one.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of trying, because it was really cheap on Amazon
and then you have such a thing at home, and then you start using it, and then you find out that you can also listen to music on it, and maybe the sound quality is a bit bad, but you still have it, so you can still use it, you know, when you're in the kitchen or doing whatever. And then you just do voice commands and you tell it to play a certain kind of song that you want to hear, and then it automatically plays from Amazon Music, because that's the only music app that's integrated in there. You know, so then if those kind of products, because Google also has its own HomePod and
Apple has their HomePod.
Yeah, right.
So everybody has their HomePod.
Yeah, except for Spotify, which is, I believe, what they're working on.
Spotify has it already.
Oh, they have it right now?
I think.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know they were working on it.
I read in the news a couple of months ago that they made it with someone, bundled with someone else.
Right, yeah, they have to bundle it probably.
Yeah.
For it to make sense.
Yeah, because
but you know, but that's the thing, like you start using it for different reasons, and then for the sake of easiness, you just start using the automatically included music app. So I think the like voice controlled platforms are going to be really big in the future, and Spotify and Apple Music are not really that far advanced yet in those kind of things, and I think
Apple Music not? Like, they even have their HomePod, so why not? I mean, like, if you kind of live in the Apple ecosystem, you won't buy Alexa, you would buy just a HomePod.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
And there are so many Apple users still, so of course they will be just step in the same market. So they mainly, like, Apple buying, people who buy an Apple always buy only Apple for everything.
Yeah.
So
that's also interesting.
They would buy HomePod.
Because it's just easier to integrate those kind of things.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, no, I think, but the question about streaming services, I think that Amazon and YouTube Music are gonna be way bigger next year.
I think it's gonna be a breakthrough in 2019 for them. I mean,
Maybe
like Apple
early
Music
still.
probably yes, but for Amazon, I doubt it.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a little bit early still.
Okay. What about Chinese market?
What about Chinese market? Interesting.
Say something smart.
You're putting a lot of pressure on me right now. Damn. No, I don't know that much about the Chinese market yet. Need to read up on that.
We have a Chinese market in person.
I know that. I do know that. Yeah. I think the Asian market in general, but also like more non-traditional markets like Brazil, Latin America stuff, and even South Africa, they're growing quite fast.
Okay.
Yeah, Asian market is important, but I'm not sure if for us at least next year is going to be a lot of growth there.
Okay.
But that has more to do, I guess, with our own time than anything else. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really have that much to say about the Asian market.
Let's get back to people. Let's get back to people. I mean, like, I also don't really have much to say about NetEase mostly. That's the biggest. There are a lot of companies which were quite big, but they are deceased.
Like and Tencent that just had an IPO in America.
Yeah, so maybe it's also grown. Like, they have a huge amount of people.
Oh, for sure. I think for us it's also just getting to understand the market first.
Yeah.
Because it's so different from the European market.
And it's also 1 billion people, which is already
It's a lot of people.
Like, Spotify has 80 million subscribers.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
It's
like
crazy.
A free tier and paid, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just such a different culture there that you really have to figure that out first before you can make waves.
Okay. So let's get back to people.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think gonna be the breakthrough artist of this year?
Breakthrough artist of this year.
Yeah, let's start with more general, so like more of those genres which you listen to and you found out some hidden gem in it.
Yeah, I personally listen to a lot of pop music.
Yeah.
A lot of UK R&B.
UK R&B.
Yeah, I like listening to
so
music
specific.
from the UK. Yeah.
Okay.
I also only listen to new music, well, not only, but I primarily listen to New Music Friday UK because I
So like listen to
like
grime.
that better. Sometimes.
Okay.
Not that much, but there's a lot of good indie pop acts from the UK and also a lot of R&B, upcoming R&B acts from the UK.
Shoot some names.
So for pop, for 2019, let me think, because there are a few bands that I listened to in the beginning of the year, but they're not gonna break through next year because they
Too indie.
yeah, they haven't really done that much this year. So there's this Danish band called Off Bloom, which is really cool. They're based in the UK now, but they're not gonna have like a breakthrough moment next year, I think. I really like Sinead Harnett. She's really cool. She's a UK R&B singer.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna have a good year next year, I think. Amber Mark is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
She's already growing a lot in the past year, so I believe her 2019 is gonna be even better. Breakout star, that's so hard. Because then you already kind of have to have some track record before you to really blow up next year.
That's true. Okay, let's make it easier for you.
Easier for me, okay.
Who do you think out of bitbird artists gonna make a breakthrough?
Ooh, I don't know if that's easier.
I mean, like, you at least know the names, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's way less amount of people out of which you can choose, so.
Well, Duskus is gonna have a great 2019.
Duskus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like since last year, he's grown so much.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so when we did the EP in May the past year, if you look at from May this past year up until now, it's so much bigger, and he started touring right now.
Yeah.
He has a booking agent, so it's gonna be a great year for him next year. So I hope that we can release more music from him. That would be great.
Check out the new single from Duskus,
Where to Go,
on Spotify and Apple Music.
And all the other streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I think Droeloe is gonna have a big year next year as well.
In
They're
terms
already
of touring, in terms of streaming.
Just in terms of general growth, like becoming more well known, because they've had a good year already, but yeah, I feel like they've only gotten a lot of traction, like maybe the past half year.
Mm-hmm.
So next year it's gonna be even bigger for them. I think, to be honest, I think all of our artists are gonna have a great 2019.
Oh, that was such a political answer.
No, but like, look at it, like
all of them are gonna have a good year.
No, but it. Hey.
Love me, please.
What did you say?
Love me, please.
Yeah, please love me. No, but honestly, like,
it's good.
Okay, for San, it's gonna maybe hard to top 2018 because he released his album this year, of course.
Yeah.
But for Taska, who released his debut EP, I think there's way more to come next year. And for Droeloe similar, and I hope for Duskus that's gonna be the same. And then
but maybe some of the more underground singing.
Yeah, so like we have to figure out what some of the other artists are gonna do. So we have to talk to HIH, what kind of music he has in the pipeline for next year, or Analog Deer, or the Nicholas. Like, those are all people that we need to talk to see what they have in the pipeline.
And what about the East Coast?
Well, East Coast is gonna release an album next year.
Oh.
On Bitbird.
Cool.
So that's gonna be great for him, you know. He's been working on this for 2 years.
For 2 years?
For 2 years.
Sick.
Yeah, so that's gonna be yeah, for him. I don't know if it's gonna be a breakout year, but it's definitely gonna be a big year for him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he has a lot of traction for now.
Yeah, he hasn't released music in a while.
Yeah.
So that's also very interesting for us from a marketing perspective, because we're gonna have to build his story from scratch. So I'm very curious to see how we're gonna do that and how that's gonna work out. But yeah, I'm very, very hopeful and very excited for what's to come.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what are you? I'm gonna return the question now. Who do you think is gonna have a breakout year in any kind of genre? Because I know you listen to a lot of rock music.
Yeah, rock, indie. I don't know. It's really hard to predict for rock.
Right.
And it's always hard to predict for anything, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have most of the context for our artists, and it really, I think it's gonna be a breakthrough year for Taska. Like, we built him already for a while, and I think it's really a year when he needs to really, like, shoot it. For Droeloe, true. For San, I think he just mostly will stay on the same level or just grow a bit. Like, we have this huge tour for album 1.
Yeah.
And we just need to work our asses to work the shit out of this album.
Exactly. So for all the people in Europe, buy tickets to his European tour. For all the people in Australia and New Zealand,
I hope you already bought the tickets. But if not, please buy. We need more people. But from bitbird, I was pretty surprised about you saying Duskus. But I think he already has good traction. But I wouldn't say like it would be a breakthrough. I think he mostly will stay probably. I think
it's gonna be big for him next year.
He'll just keep it the same level, I think. But,
yeah.
Well, it's your idea, it's my idea.
Well, I mean, it also depends on what kind of music he's gonna release
and
next
where,
year, of course.
And with whom, yeah.
And with whom, yeah, exactly. But in general, like, if you've seen the growth this past year, and like he's found his sound more. He has a great team around him now, so it can only get better.
That's true.
And we're becoming more professional and more strategic about what we're doing. So like that combination, I think for him, is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I personally hope that for all the management artists, it's going to be great for you.
Yeah.
Especially for Fitch, because
right.
Like he's only starting with everything, and probably he's really at the beginning. We are really at our beginning of the way to figure it out for him how it actually can work, because I think his music is really not commercial.
Yeah.
So this make it complicated to work out the usual way as we usually do, the known way. But I hope we'll figure it out. But it's hope, it's not a prediction.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know that much about him and his project because we don't really release his music on Bitbird. Like he had a great collaboration with Droeloe, of course.
Yeah, and also he made a bunch of remixes. So.
Yeah.
But without that, I don't think like Bitbird's probably not really suits him in terms of the music wise. I don't know. I mean, like it's not up to me to decide, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have discussed that too much, to be honest, yet. So that's something we'll have to see next year as well.
Maybe a good idea to also discuss this. Maybe, but I mean, like
that's also kind of up to Rain to just talk to us.
Yeah, I think like Anyway, we'll speak about it later.
Yeah.
Okay, I just need to shoot some rock names as well. I don't know, like.
Do you have great new rock bands?
I mean, okay. Vaccines.
Yeah, but
I don't know why. They've been around for a while.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while, and they are quite okay in terms of popularity.
I think the Vaccines is a pretty big name, right? Or not?
In comparison to what?
Yeah, well,
I don't think they're like pretty big.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like I'm so excited about listening. I just randomly decided to listen to Vaccines once.
Okay.
Like I knew two of their songs, and in September I was just like in the mood for. I just decided to listen and just got this playlist from Spotify with all their songs.
This is the Vaccines.
Yes, this is the Vaccines. And I've been listening to this playlist on repeat since then. And now, because of this, it became my number one artist from this year.
Yeah.
It was
Sometimes
like so random. Yeah.
I had that with Ben Howard. Like, I knew his music, but I never really listened to his music.
Yeah.
And then he released this sick album in the summer. I listened to that one so much. Like, it's not commercial at all. It's super alternative, ambient, weird stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think it's so good that I listened to his whole back catalog days after days after days. So he was like my most listened to artist. And it started out like in July maybe.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I think Grandson should have a big year. You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know. He's like indie R&B guy.
Okay.
And even with a bit of electronic in it as well. For some reason I was listening to Able Nation, if you know this band or not. Anyway, so they were quite huge with the song Sail.
Yeah, I know Able Nation.
Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway.
I think I've seen them at Lowlands once.
Oh, cool. I mean, they dropped the album this year, so I don't think they're gonna do anything next year.
Yeah, or there will maybe another band. Never mind.
Anyway,
but I know them. Yeah.
Yeah. So like for some reason Spotify decided to propose me the Grandson after I listened to like the album, and then it was like just randomly like the Spotify suggestion.
Yeah.
So listen to the guy, and he has like 12 songs only, so he just started.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so cool. I'm not the biggest fan of R&B, but for some reason for 2 days straight I was listening to hip hop mostly. I don't know
I think that's so cool when you find an artist that's just starting out and then.
Yeah, so like I think I was listening to him since June. Yeah, I'm still enjoying most of his songs, which is really cool. But besides that, any just artists. Yeah, Grandson, Vaccines.
Yeah.
What else I went to?
Ellie Goulding is gonna have a great year next year. She's releasing a new album.
Oh, you know about your
Of course I know that.
My God, are you in
As
the
a
fan
proper
club?
fan, you should know that.
Are you in the fan club or something like this?
No, I follow some Twitter groups.
My God, my gosh, I actually don't follow any artists on socials.
You don't?
Except for ours.
Yeah. Why not? I think that's really I think it's really fun to just.
I don't know. I mean, I was never feeling like
see what other
like for me, socials were mostly like between connection between people with whom I know.
Right.
And I'm only now kind of started to use it more of also kind of news source.
Yeah.
But before, it was just mostly like just me and my friends.
Yeah.
Me and my pals.
Yeah, I use it sometimes to just like look up for inspiration or what other kinds of artists are doing, especially marketing wise. I guess no one really knows what they're doing, so you just try to come up with weird stuff or copy other people. So that's why it's really important to just like have as many examples as possible and then just pick out the cherries.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I usually end with a person asking me a question.
Okay.
But technically you already asked about my prediction for 2019.
Was that the only question I got?
I don't know. It's up to you.
What else do I want to ask for? Skanda.
That's me.
Awkward silence.
Yeah. I hope it won't be the same question that the other person already had asked.
What have you been asked before?
Just think about anything. Mostly it was pretty generic. So think about something.
I guess it also really depends on like
how
if it's like really a closure question, then it can't be too long because then you're gonna end up in a whole new topic and.
I'll be quick.
What are you gonna do for Christmas?
What am I gonna do for Christmas? First of all, I'm Orthodox, so we have Christmas on 7th of January.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, on 24th is this? 25th. Okay. I'll be in Ukraine. I'll visit my family. I'll probably be already in Kharkiv. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Is that your hometown?
No, my hometown is Donetsk, but it's in war zone now, so my parents don't really want me to go there, so we meet in another city. And what am I gonna do for Christmas? I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna shoot some podcasts. I'm just gonna...
Are you gonna do some podcasts with your family there and your friends?
I planned a bunch.
Yeah?
Yeah, nice. We just need to reach out to people. Like, the biggest problem, like, I have this big-ass list with all the people with whom I want to record a podcast, but of course not all of them want to, or not all of them. Like, most of them want to.
Yeah.
I think I got only one rejection for not recording a podcast because the person wasn't confident at all with recording. So I was like, okay, anyway, we won't do this. Yeah, I'm just going to chill. I don't have any specific plans.
Well, that's also really nice. Bit of downtime, time to relax.
Yeah.
So you can start fresh in the new year when we're gonna rock bitbird and heroic.
Yes, yeah. I think mostly I'll just do my hobbies like podcasting and writing. That's it.
How far are you with your novel?
21 chapters.
Wow. How many pages is that?
100 something A4 pages. So it's like 200 something pages over a normal book.
Wow. Amazing.
And it's not, I think it's something maybe I was usually saying it's like a half of the book, but
Yeah.
it feels like it's 1/3 of the book now. So yeah, I'm just
How
gonna
long
work.
have you been writing? I know, because I
mean,
don't know how long exactly you're working on this already, but we talked about this last year during this time as well.
I started working on it in 2013.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really trash.
Yeah.
Like so much shit was happening in the book, and I was like writing some stuff which couldn't actually happen.
Mm-hmm. So did you rewrite a lot during the years?
I reread the whole book, so like I had something for like 14 chapters at that point of time. So I started to work properly this May, end of April.
Okay.
So like I had I think I dropped the book in terms of working on it in 2015, and then I decided to get back to this year. So I rewritten the whole book basically, and now I'm in the chapter 21.
Amazing.
And it's like sci-fi thriller with elements of detective and drama.
A perfect combination.
Yeah, and humor.
How many hours a week do you write?
Not much. 2, 3.
Ah.
I'm usually working on weekends. I can't really.
Yeah.
I don't like working on weekdays. I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I'm lazy ass.
Well, same.
Yeah.
You know.
But anyway, I
didn't really do much yesterday either.
Yeah. Thanks. There was I guess a pleasant conversation.
Well, thank you for taking the time to go through this snowstorm. Tiny snowstorm. Dutch snowstorm.
I was so happy when I made a snowball and threw it outside my window yesterday. It was the
I
best
haven't gone
part of it.
outside yet because it's cold.
Because you don't have snow anymore.
Well, no, it's all gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming here and bringing me a gift. Fova brought me a nice chocolate bar, which I really appreciate.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Oh bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
See you next time. Or not.
Guys, maybe you know, maybe you're not, but Nikita is a most talented drummer in the whole history of drummers from Dordrecht.
I'm not. Not at all. No.
So, what I think would be cool, if you guys will think about a really short song or something that Nikita can practice and learn, because she's not practicing her drum game at all.
Yeah, I'm not practicing at all. Yeah.
So what's the one song you can play?
Yellow from Coldplay. Yeah.
Think about something cooler than Yellow than Coldplay. Come on.
That's a really
Who's
easy
playing
song.
Coldplay Yellow? My god.
It's
Coldplay
really
in 2018? Not cool anymore.
Well, it's just on the automatic lessons that I have on my drum kit.
Okay.
So that's why I learned it.
So guys, write in the comments the song for
Cool
Nikita
song.
to learn. Cool song for Nikita to learn.
And
playing
tips,
drums.
because I suck.